The cell phone notification of a package that had arrived had prompted Nora to open the door. Yet, as she neared her front door, she couldn't help but see a small silhouette through its milky glass. Confused, she opened the door, coming face to face with a cute stray kitten with big, bright, beautiful blue eyes, the tiny thing meowing at her as a plea. Not seeing a collar, she couldn't resist letting the little one stay for just one night, hoping to find the owner in the morning. However, the next morning, Nora faced a surprise that would turn her quiet life upside down. She would never have expected it when she had first opened her front door. She almost wanted to see it as a sign from God, especially as she had only recently lost her pet cat named Pookie. It was a cat that she had gotten when she was still in high school. She had begged her mother for the beautiful kitty with bright blue eyes from the shelter. Nora's mother had first said no, saying that Nora would go off to college in a few years and leave the cat with her. But Nora convinced her, and later even took Pookie with her to university. The cat had been hers, and she knew she would never part from it of her own volition until that fateful day. The door had been open a moment too long. The car had gone too fast to stop. Nora hadn't seen it, but she could hear the screech of the car and the painful yowl. Nora couldn't look at Pookie's face, traumatized from seeing its white, lifeless fur beside the tire. Instead, the driver had been nice enough to pick up the cat into a shoebox for Nora to bury. She had been inconsolable as she buried the shoebox in her backyard, taking some time off to mourn Pookie. Even after a year, a new cat had still not come into her home, as a part of her feared something like this would happen again. However, life can be quite unexpected sometimes, as fate seemed to have other plans. As the sun started setting, she finally received the notification on her phone. "Your package has arrived," it said, as Nora jumped up in excitement. She had been waiting for this package for nearly a week, and now it had finally come. Full of anticipation, she walked to the front door, but as she rounded the corner, she could see a small silhouette in the milky glass. Confused at the size, she slowly approached the door. She knew her mailman would put her package in her mailbox or underneath the bench on her porch. The shadow was even slightly too small for the thing she had ordered. It made her wonder what it could be, but as she opened the door, she quickly found out. As Nora opened the door, a wave of shock crashed into her. Standing on her welcome mat, she found a tiny creature, a kitten to be exact. However, that wasn't the mere reason for her shock. No, it were those bright blue eyes staring back at her. Her breath caught as time seemed to slow. She couldn't believe this. Though she knew Pookie was gone, in her heart, she felt that the kitten with the bright blue eyes wasn't an accident. Though she couldn't grasp what it could mean, she knew it had to mean something. The small kitten started meowing, almost as if in a plea, and Nora started to move again, shaking herself from her stupor. She crouched down to see if the kitten had any form of collar. What if it had run away from home and lost its owner? However, when she didn't spot anything, she knew she could only do one thing. It was nearly night, and she couldn't let the kitten stay out all alone, so she did the only reasonable thing. Nora took the kitten inside. Though she knew she didn't have much to offer the poor baby, she knew it would be better for her to go inside than to stay outside. To think of it, Nora still had Pookie's old cat bed and a few toys in the attic. She had some human food that the kitten could eat, like some milk, and with that, she decided she would figure the rest out tomorrow. She knew that would be the right thing to do, she thought as she carefully picked up the kitten. She looked for any behavioral issues, whether it was scared, hostile, or anything she should look out for, but the kitten seemed to accept it as is. This will be just like any other night, Nora tried convincing herself, but she had no idea how wrong she would be. Nora gently places the kitten in a secure spot before heading to the attic. She climbs the creaky ladder, pushing open the hatch. Sunlight streams through the dusty windows, illuminating boxes and furniture. She starts moving boxes, stirring up dust and memories. The attic, filled with echoes of the past, now serves as a bridge to her next steps with the new guest in her life. Amid the quiet of the attic, Nora finds the box labeled Pookie's Things. She opens it to discover Pookie's old toys, the cat bed, and even the little bell collar. Each item, carefully lifted from the box, feels like holding a piece of the past in her hands. She arranges them in a pile to take downstairs, preparing to breathe new life into them. Nora carries Pookie's belongings downstairs, setting them near the living room. With a soft cloth, she wipes each toy, the cat bed and the bell collar, removing the layers of dust. She places the clean bed in a cozy corner, arranges the toys around it, and hangs the collar on a nearby hook, all set for the kitten to explore. Once everything is in place, Nora steps back to view her work. The living room now hosts echoes of her past with Pookie, ready to welcome new memories. She imagines the kitten discovering each toy, curling up in the bed, perhaps even tinkling the little bell collar, creating a link between her cherished memories and the present moment. As Nora prepares to introduce the kitten to its new area, she feels a sense of renewal. She goes back to where the kitten was waiting, ready to bring it into the living room. She's eager to see how the kitten reacts to the carefully arranged space, hopeful it will find comfort in Pookie's old but now newly purposed belongings. Nora brings the kitten into the living room, showing it the special nook she's prepared. She carefully places the cat bed in a sunny spot and scatters the toys around it, creating a welcoming area for the kitten to explore. Her movements are thoughtful as she arranges each item, making sure everything is just right for the little one to feel at home. As Nora adjusts the bed, a photo tucked between its cushions slips out. It's an old picture of Pookie, looking serene with her bright blue eyes. The sudden appearance of the photo makes Nora pause in her tracks, a gentle reminder of the bond she once shared. She picks up the photo, momentarily lost in memories, before deciding where it should go next. Choosing a place of honor, Nora walks over to the mantel. She cleans a small spot in the center, then places Pookie's photo there, standing back to admire the visual tribute. The mantel, now graced with the photo, serves as a silent acknowledgement of Pookie's everlasting presence in Nora's home and heart, linking her past with the present. Nora returns to the kitten, now tentatively exploring its new surroundings. She watches with a light smile as the kitten discovers the toys, batting them around with tiny paws. In these moments, Nora can't help but feel a mysterious connection between the kitten and Pookie, as if the past is reaching out to bless this new beginning. The living room is alive with the kitten's playful energy, chasing a ball across the floor and then pouncing on a soft toy. Nora's heart swells with a mix of nostalgia and fresh hope. This scene before her, brimming with life and new possibilities, reaffirms her decision to open her home and heart again, ready for whatever comes next in their shared story. Nora finds a string among Pookie's old toys and wiggles it gently in front of the kitten. Intrigued, the kitten stalks the moving target with wide, curious eyes. Suddenly, with a small leap, it pounces, trying to catch the string in its tiny paws. Nora laughs, the sound filling the room with warmth as they continue their playful dance, the string skittering across the floor. As the kitten chases after the string, darting back and forth with boundless energy, Nora can't help but pause and watch. The sight of such innocent joy makes her wonder if the kitten's arrival was more than just chance. Perhaps it was meant to be a small miracle at her doorstep. She shakes the string again, inviting another eager pounce, lost in the moment's simple joy. The kitten's enthusiasm for the game brings a new light to Nora's heart. Each leap and tumble, each playful attack on the dancing string adds a layer of happiness to the room. Nora finds herself laughing more freely than she has in a long time, the kitten's infectious energy lifting her spirits, making the room feel a little brighter, a little more filled with life. Through the simple act of play, a silent understanding grows between Nora and the kitten. With every toss and fetch, every shared look of amusement, they're building a connection. It's a quiet, unspoken bond, but it's strong, bridging the gap between loss and new beginnings. In these moments of laughter and play, Nora feels a deepening attachment to her new companion. The play session winds down as the kitten starts to tire, its energy spent in joyful bursts of play. Watching it settle down, Nora feels a sense of contentment. This new friendship, born out of shared play and laughter, anchors her in the present. It's a reminder of the beauty of moving forward, of finding joy in the here and now, together with her new, playful friend. Nora dims the lights and plays soft, soothing music to create a calm atmosphere. She ensures the kitten has a cozy spot with a warm blanket and Pookie's old bed nearby. Before heading to her own room, Nora checks that everything the kitten might need is within reach, including a little water bowl and a quiet toy, setting the stage for a peaceful night. As Nora drifts into sleep, her dreams weave through the years spent with Pookie. She dreams of the day she first brought Pookie home, their sunny afternoons in the garden, and the quiet evenings with Pookie curled up by her side. Each memory is vivid, a colorful tapestry of the life they shared, filled with both laughter and tears, showcasing the depth of their bond. Throughout the night, Nora's dreams shift from joyful moments to the heartache of loss. She relives the laughter-filled days alongside the tearful goodbye, a roller coaster of emotions that mirrors her journey with Pookie. These dreams highlight the complexity of her feelings, showcasing the happiness they shared and the sorrow of parting, a poignant reflection of her deep connection with Pookie. Nora awakens to the soft light of dawn, her heart heavy yet filled with gratitude. The vivid dreams of Pookie have stirred a mix of sadness and thankfulness for the time they had together. As she rises, she glances at the sleeping kitten, its peaceful form a gentle reminder of new beginnings. This moment of reflection helps Nora appreciate the past while embracing the present. With the new day, Nora feels a subtle shift within. The night's journey through memories and dreams has brought both tears and smiles, contributing to her healing process. She recognizes that moving forward doesn't mean forgetting Pookie, but allowing those memories to accompany her as she makes new ones. This realization brings a quiet strength, readying Nora for the day ahead with her new feline companion. As the first rays of sunlight filter through the curtains, Nora gently stirs awake. The night's dreams linger, mixing sadness with sweet memories of Pookie. She looks over to see the kitten, now awake and watching her with curious eyes. Rising from bed, Nora stretches, welcoming the new day with a resolve to focus on the joy the little one brings into her life. In the kitchen, Nora moves with a sense of purpose, gathering ingredients to prepare breakfast. She slices fruit and toast bread for herself and opens a small can of kitten food, placing it in a dish. The sound of the can opener has the kitten trotting into the kitchen, its tail high in anticipation. Together, they share a quiet morning, starting the day with nourishing food and company. As the kitten eagerly laps up its meal, Nora watches with a smile, the simple act of feeding it weaving new threads of connection between them. She refills its water bowl and brushes its soft fur, each stroke a silent promise of care and companionship. In these small rituals, Nora finds comfort and a growing bond with her new friend. After breakfast, Nora picks up the kitten, cradling it gently against her chest. She speaks to it softly, introducing it to the home they will now share. The kitten purrs, its eyes slowly blinking in contentment. This moment, filled with warmth and acceptance, marks a new chapter in both their lives, one where past sorrows blend with present joys. As the morning progresses, Nora finds herself reflecting on how the kitten has started to bridge the gap between her memories of Pookie and her current life. Each playful pounce, each shared moment of peace, knits the past and present together, helping her heart to grow. With the kitten by her side, Nora feels ready to embrace whatever comes next, her spirit buoyed by their budding relationship. Morning light reveals the kitten's nocturnal adventures. Toys strewn across the floor, some torn apart. Nora steps into the living room, pausing at the scene. The kitten, now curiously batting at the slightly ajar door, looks up at her. Despite the mess, Nora can't help but smile at the sight, her heart softening at the kitten's playful innocence. The initial delight fades as Nora surveys the room. The torn toys, a stark reminder of Pookie's absence, temporarily darken her mood. She feels a wave of frustration, seeing her tidy space turned into a playground of chaos. Taking a deep breath, Nora reminds herself of the joy these toys once brought, and now, the new memories being formed. Nora begins picking up, piece by piece, the remnants of the night's play. With each item she repairs or sets aside, she feels a weight lifting. This act of cleaning morphs into a ritual of acceptance, a physical manifestation of moving forward. The torn toys, rather than symbols of loss, become evidence of the house's renewed life and energy. As Nora works, her movements become more meditative, focusing on the presence of the kitten rather than the objects themselves. She realizes that these material things, the toys, even those now damaged, are less important than the happiness they bring to her new companion. This revelation brings a sense of peace, reaffirming her decision to welcome change and new beginnings. The living room is clean. Nora sits back, watching the kitten explore its refreshed playground. The morning's activities have not only tidied the space, but also cleared her mind. Seeing the kitten's joy, untouched by the earlier disarray, Nora feels fully present, her thoughts no longer lingering on the past, but enjoying the simple, playful moments unfolding before her. After tidying the living room, Nora notices the kitten's continued interest in the door. Her initial frustration with the morning's chaos turns to curiosity. Why is the door so fascinating to this little creature? She watches the kitten paw at the bottom edge, its tiny ears perked up, listening to sounds only it can hear. Deciding to investigate, Nora approaches the kitten, speaking to it softly to avoid startling the small creature. She gently scoops it up, holding it close to her chest. The kitten, now in her arms, relaxes, its attention momentarily diverted from the door. Nora whispers to it, asking what's caught its interest, though she knows she won't receive an answer in words. Holding the kitten, Nora's own curiosity deepens. The persistent interest of her new friend in the door suggests something more. Is someone or something on the other side? She walks closer, the kitten now nuzzling into her neck, seemingly content but still occasionally glancing towards the door. With the kitten securely in her arms, Nora stands before the door, her hand on the doorknob. She takes a moment, steeling herself for whatever may lie on the other side. The kitten's curiosity has become her own, urging her to face the unknown. She whispers a soft encouragement to herself and the kitten, preparing to turn the knob. Nora pauses, feeling the weight of the moment. This isn't just about opening a door. It's about stepping into a new chapter of surprises and discoveries, with her furry companion as her catalyst. She takes a deep breath, the kitten looking up at her with wide, expectant eyes. Together, they're on the brink of uncovering what's been calling to them from the other side. As Nora opens the door, she's greeted by the unexpected sight of 3 more kittens on her doorstep, each with bright eyes and fur patterns similar to the first kittens. Their tiny meows fill the air, a chorus of curiosity and hunger. Nora is taken aback, her heart racing with surprise and a blossoming sense of wonder at the sight of these new faces. Without hesitation, Nora bends down, her actions guided by a blend of shock and innate kindness. She gently gathers each kitten, one by one, bringing them inside to the warmth and safety of her home. As she sets each kitten down, she takes a moment to ensure they're comfortable, her home suddenly a refuge for these unexpected guests. With all the kittens now exploring the living room, Nora steps back, her mind buzzing with questions. Their striking resemblance to the first kitten deepens the mystery of their arrival. Where did they come from? Are they related? Nora's gaze shifts from one kitten to the next, her curiosity growing, pushing her to find answers to these sudden puzzles. Determined to care for these little ones, Nora springs into action. She fills bowls with water and finds small towels to create a makeshift bed. Her movements are swift and sure, a testament to her commitment to these tiny beings who've appeared so mysteriously on her doorstep. Each step she takes underscores her resolve to ensure their well-being. Nora looks over the living room, now transformed into a sanctuary for the kittens. The makeshift bed lies in a cozy corner, surrounded by bowls of water and small piles of food. She watches as the kittens begin to settle, their initial apprehension giving way to curiosity and play. In this moment, Nora feels a deepening connection to these new arrivals, her home a haven of care and mystery. Nora, determined to uncover the origins of the kittens, picks up her phone to call the local animal shelter. She explains the situation, describing the kittens and their surprising appearance on her doorstep. Her voice is hopeful as she asks if anyone has reported missing kittens or if there's any record that might explain their sudden arrival. The shelter's response is polite but unhelpful. They have no reports of missing kittens matching the description Nora provides. Hanging up, Nora feels a mix of disappointment and intrigue. The lack of information only adds to the mystery of the kittens' origins. She wonders if perhaps these kittens are part of a bigger story, one that she's now unexpectedly a part of. Undeterred, Nora decides to extend her search for answers to the online community. She takes photos of the kittens and posts them on local social media groups and lost pet websites. Her post is detailed, asking if anyone recognizes the kittens or if they belong to a missing litter. Nora hopes that someone, somewhere, might have the answers she seeks. While waiting for any leads or responses, Nora focuses on the immediate needs of the kittens. She sets up a feeding schedule, ensures they have clean water, and even starts teaching them to use the litter box. Her actions are marked by a gentle determination, a commitment to their well-being despite the mysteries that surround their arrival. As the day unfolds, Nora finds herself smiling more, caught up in the antics and personalities of the 4 kittens. Their playful energy and innocent curiosity bring a new sense of joy and purpose to her home. Nora realizes that, regardless of the answers she might find, these kittens have already become a part of her life, bringing unexpected happiness amid the confusion. As the kittens settle into their new environment, Nora makes a few final adjustments to her home, ensuring it's a safe haven for her unexpected guests. She leaves a window slightly open for fresh air, placing a comfortable cushion by the sill. Her actions are filled with care, her mind open to whatever story these kittens carry with them. Late in the afternoon, while the kittens nap, Nora hears a soft meow from the direction of the door. Approaching cautiously, she opens it to find Pookie, her long-lost cat, standing there as if no time had passed. The shock and joy that flood through Nora are overwhelming. She drops to her knees, tears in her eyes, as Pookie walks into her arms. Holding Pookie close, Nora is swept up in an emotional whirlwind. The realization that her beloved cat is alive, the confusion over where she's been, and the joy of this reunion wash over her in waves. She whispers Pookie's name, stroking her fur, as the past and present merge in this single, profound moment. With Pookie back, Nora introduces her to the kittens. The meeting is a curious spectacle, Pookie sniffing each kitten as they approach her cautiously. It doesn't take long for a natural bond to form, the kittens nuzzling against their mother, Pookie's purrs filling the room. Nora watches as witnesses to the forming of a new family dynamic, her heart swelling with love. This reunion, unexpected and miraculous, brings a new sense of healing to Nora's heart. She reflects on the journey that brought them to this moment, the loss, the grief, and now the incredible joy of having Pookie and her kittens together. Love, Nora realizes, has the power to mend the deepest of wounds, bringing light into the most unexpected of situations. In the quiet of her living room, with Pookie purring softly in her lap and the kittens exploring their new surroundings, Nora pieces together the past. The realization that the cat she had mourned was not Pookie, but another lost soul brings a complex wave of emotions. Relief washes over her, mingled with a hint of guilt for her mistake. Yet, the overwhelming feeling is gratitude for Pookie's return. With a heart full of joy, Nora sets about making her home a welcoming place for Pookie and her kittens. She fetches additional bowls for food and water and lays out more cushions and blankets. Watching Pookie interact with her kittens, Nora feels a profound sense of happiness and relief. This moment marks a new chapter, one that she had never dared to hope for, but now embraces fully. Nora's actions are swift and filled with care as she prepares her home for its new members. She rearranges the space, ensuring there are plenty of cozy spots for naps and safe corners for play. Each gesture, from spreading extra litter boxes to adjusting the food stations, is a testament to her dedication to providing for her expanded family's needs. As the day turns to evening, Nora sits back, observing her feline family settle in. The presence of Pookie and the kittens, once an unimaginable dream, now fills her home with life. This turn of events, so unexpected, serves as a balm to Nora's long-held grief. She realizes that healing is truly underway, fostered by the love and warmth that now abound in her home. With Pookie curled up beside her and the kittens dozing off in a heap of fluff, Nora contemplates the future. This unexpected reunion has not only mended her heart, but also expanded her capacity for love. She feels ready to face whatever comes next, fortified by the bond with her feline family. The journey ahead promises adventures, challenges, and most importantly, moments of pure joy shared with her beloved pets.